This is the story of Return of the Jedi. You can read along with me in your book. You will know it is time to turn the page when you hear R2-D2 beep like this. Let's begin now. Rebel commanders were planning their next move against the evil Galactic Empire. Little did they know the rebellion was doomed, for the Emperor had ordered a new and more powerful Death Star to be built. And to protect the gigantic space station during its construction, an invisible shield was thrown around it from a large generator on the nearby moon of Endor. The Rebel Alliance would be wiped out once and forever. Meanwhile, on the desert planet of Tatooine, the vile gangster Jabba the Hutt was holding Han Solo in his menacing fortress. The foul, dimly lit palace was filled with alien guards, bounty hunters, and horrible monsters. But none was worse than the huge, slug-like Jabba himself. Yet Han Solo's friends were not afraid. They would face anything to save Han from his carbon-frozen state. First, the droids, C-3PO and R2-D2 tried pleading with Jabba, but he enslaved them. Then, Chewbacca was sold to Jabba by a bounty hunter named Boushh. But late one night, Boushh approached the carbonite block that held Han. A switch was thrown, and the block melted. Han was free. He faced Boushh.
Who are you?
The figure removed its helmet.
Someone who loves you. Now let's move it, fly boy.
It was Princess Leia. However, the rescue was short-lived. Jabba's guards immediately seized the two and put them in prison. Then a black-robed figure strode bravely into the main room.
Listen to me, Jabba. I am Luke Skywalker, Jedi Knight. I come unarmed, but do not underestimate my powers.
A guard's blaster flew across the room and into Luke's grasp.
Release my friends or be destroyed, Jabba.
But the gangster only laughed. A trapdoor opened. Luke fell into a dark cell which held a monstrous rancor. But the young Jedi soon defeated the beast. Jabba was furious. C-3PO translated his angry shouts to the others.
Oh dear, he says he is going to keep Princess Leia, R2 and me for himself. But Master Luke, Captain Solo and Chewbacca are to be taken out to the Dune Sea by skiff. There they will be thrown into a pit containing the man-eating Sarlacc.
Before long, Han found himself outdoors on an air skiff hovering over the deadly desert track.
Luke, if this is your big escape plan, so far I'm not crazy about it.
I had to get us all out of Jabba's palace first. Just stay close to Chewie and that guard at the back. That's Lando.
Then, Luke signaled to R2-D2 aboard Jabba's floating sail barge. The tiny droid fired a lightsaber over the pit and into Luke's waiting hand. The weapon flashed a light, and Jabba's guards were destroyed. A blast rocked the skiff. Sail barge guns were firing at them. Lando toppled overboard, sliding toward the Sarlacc pit. Han shouted,
Go get Jabba, Luke. Chewie and I will rescue Lando.
Luke leaped onto the sail barge, attacking the gun crews fearlessly. He then blasted the ship with its own gun.
Come on, Leia. Jabba's finished.
The two escaped to the skiff with the droids as the pleasure barge exploded in flames. Before Luke could rejoin the Rebel Alliance, he had to visit Dagobah to speak with Yoda, the Jedi Master. The young Jedi had a burning question.
Master, is Darth Vader my father?
Yoda grew sad.
Your father, he is. But face him, you must, Luke. Of the Emperor, beware, or to the dark side of the Force will he turn you, like Vader. The last of the Jedi are you.
Luke shut his eyes.
Then it is I who must face Lord Vader.
Luke returned to Rebel headquarters in time to hear surprising news from Mon Mothma, leader of the Alliance.
We have learned that the Emperor is aboard the new Death Star.
So we are sending our entire fleet to destroy it. General Solo will lead a strike team to Endor to shut down the deflector shield. That will permit the fleet, under General Lando Calrissian's leadership, to attack. All right, good luck, and may the Force be with you.
Han piloted a stolen Imperial shuttle toward Endor's deflector shield.
This baby may not be as fast as the Millennium Falcon, Chewie, but it'll have to do. Lando needs our ship for his attack.
The radio crackled to life.
This is Deflector Shield Control. Identify yourself.
Leia nervously transmitted a clearance code.
I hope that secret code we stole works.
She waited breathlessly. The shield opened for them.
We did it!
Darth Vader entered the Emperor's throne room on the Death Star and kneeled.
A small rebel force has landed on Endor, my master. My son is with them. I felt it.
Yes, I know. You must go to Endor and wait for him. He will come to you, and you will then bring him before me. Together we will turn him to the dark side of the Force.
Yes, my master.
No sooner had Han's strike team landed in the forest of Endor than it ran into some Imperial scouts. Han watched them jump to their speeder bikes.
We've got to keep them from reporting to the others.
Han and Chewie fired their blasters. The escaping bikes exploded, knocking their riders to the ground senseless. But two other riders got away. Luke and Leia chased them on speeder bikes. They weaved among the giant trees at breakneck speed. Finally, the rebels forced the biker scouts to tumble helplessly into the unyielding trees. When Leia didn't return, the team searched the woods for her. Suddenly, they were surrounded by crude spears held by tiny bear-like warriors. C-3PO listened to their squeaky language.
They're Ewoks, Captain Solo, and they say that you are their prisoners.
Us? What about you, Goldenrod?
I'm their guest. I believe they think I'm some sort of god.
Oh, great.
The rebels were tied up and taken to the Ewok village high in the trees, where they were reunited with Leia. Luke had an idea.
3PO, tell them if they don't release us, you'll become angry and use your great magic.
But Master Luke, what magic? I don't... Help!
Using the Force, Luke floated C-3PO over the Ewoks' heads. The fairy warriors chattered nervously with their chief.
It seems the trick worked, Master Luke. They have vowed to help us fight the Empire.
The next day, Darth Vader arrived at the Imperial base on Endor. Stormtroopers marched a rebel prisoner to him and left.
Ah, young Skywalker. The Emperor told me you'd seek me out.
I surrendered so I could talk with you, Father. There is still good in you. I feel it. The Emperor hasn't driven it fully from you. I can help you turn away from the dark side.
Someone has filled your mind with foolish ideas, young one. The Emperor will show you the true nature of the Force. Come.
Vader took Luke to the Emperor's throne room. The black-robed ancient figure looked up.
Welcome, young Jedi. I look forward to completing your training. Soon you will call me Master.
You're mistaken. Soon you and this Death Star will be destroyed.
No, it is you who are mistaken. Your friends are all walking into a trap of my devising. The rebel attack is doomed.
On Endor, Han and his troops overpowered the few soldiers guarding the Imperial bunker.
See? Nothing to it, Leia. We'll have that shield down in a flash.
Hands up, rebel scum. You're surrounded.
What? Han spun around to see dozens of Imperial stormtroopers pointing laser rifles.
We were set up.
The rebel fleet raced toward the Death Star with the Millennium Falcon in the lead. Lando checked his instruments.
Something's wrong.
The shield is still up.
Lando steered the ship sharply away and called into the comlink.
It's
It's a trap! All craft, pull up! Evasive action!
Most of the fleet turned in time, but some ships smashed into the invisible shield. Then, hundreds of Imperial fighters attacked the rebel fleet. Lando's voice filled the command center aboard the main rebel star cruiser.
Admiral Akbar, we can't move forward and we can't retreat. Our only hope is to stand and fight it out.
Suddenly, a blinding beam flashed out from the Death Star, blowing up a rebel cruiser. Lando shouted,
That blast came from the Death Star, Admiral. It's operational. Where is Han?
things looked hopeless for Han and his strike team. But then, from the forest, hundreds of Ewoks attacked the stormtroopers. They dropped rocks, swung from trees, and threw spears. Chewbacca tossed stormtroopers about as Han and Leia made a break for a bunker.
We've got to get that shield down, and the fleet will be shot to bits.
The Emperor beamed at Luke.
Your fleet and your friends are lost. Good. I can feel your anger, young Jedi. Strike me down.
The lightsaber leaped into Luke's hand, and he swung it at the Emperor. But Vader's weapon stopped the blow.
Now, strike me once more.
Their shining blades flashed time and again in fierce combat. Then with a terrible frenzy, Luke slashed at Vader, driving the Dark Lord to his knees. The Emperor was delighted.
Good. Kill him, Luke. Your hate has made you powerful. Now you'll join the dark side.
Luke threw down his weapon.
Never! I'm a Jedi as my father was before me.
So be it, Jedi.
Energy bolts shot from the Emperor's hands, hammering Luke to the floor. Seeing his son hurt, Vader seized the wicked ruler. The deadly bolts then struck the Dark Lord, but he managed to throw the Emperor into a deep pit. Vader crawled weakly to Luke.
Go, my son. Leave me.
No. I've got to save you.
You already have.
Then Vader slumped over. Luke stumbled sadly to his shuttle and blasted off. Aboard the Millennium Falcon, Lando shouted,
They did it! The shield is down! Let's go!
Lando led a squadron of fighters through a maze of girders and pipes in the half-built Death Star.
There's the main reactor. Fire!
The concussion missiles shot out.
Direct hit!
The Death Star rocked with a chain of explosions. The Millennium Falcon raced away, just inches ahead of a terrible explosion. That night on Endor, the rebels celebrated at the Ewok village, laughing and dancing around a large bonfire. But Luke's thoughts were elsewhere.
I can't believe it's over, Leia. The Imperial fleet's destroyed, the Death Star exploded, the Emperor dead, and my father.
Leia hugged him.
Come join us, my brave Jedi.
She led him back to their circle of friends, heroes, together to the end.